Of all the poetry techniques I've covered thus far on this channel, this one right here is arguably the coolest, the easiest, and yet the least utilized, even by me. I, like a lot of people, forget that this technique exists, and it's called chiasmus. Chiasmus, which comes from the Greek word meaning crossing, is when you mention two concepts and then you reverse the order in which you phrase those two concepts in order to convey a new meaning the second time. Okay? I know this sounded super wordy, but trust me, when you see the examples, you'll know exactly what I mean. John F. Kennedy once said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." So right there, you see the structure was country, you, country. Here's another one. Never let a fool kiss you or a kiss fool you. You see that? Here's another. The instinct of a man is to pursue everything that flies from him and to fly from all that pursues him. By the time I'm done giving you these examples, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. We shape our buildings, and afterwards, our buildings shape us. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. The truth is rarely pure and never simple, and the simple truth is rarely pure, okay? So you see how all those proverbs, those well-known sayings, those famous quotes happen to use that reverse order I was talking about? They mention concept 1, then concept 2, and then they mention concept 2, and then concept 1. That's chiasmus for you. Really simple. Now, why would you want to use chiasmus? Well, for one, it's cool. It looks cool seeing it on the page, seeing the reverse order, and it also sounds cool hearing it. But also, you can convey a lot of information in a very short saying if you use this technique. You can convey information in such a way to where it's easier to remember and to understand, as opposed to being super wordy and elaborating so much on what you're trying to convey to the other person. By using chiasmus, you're shortening how many words you have to use, which makes it easier to understand and also easier to digest and retain. Does that make sense? This is actually one of the reasons why the Bible happens to do it a lot. Check this out. Genesis 9:6 says, "Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed." Psalm 124 verse 7 says, "We have escaped like a bird from the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken and we have escaped." Isaiah 6:10 says, "Make the hearts of this people dull, and their ears heavy, and blind their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts, and turn and be healed." Here's some more examples. Matthew 10:39, "Whoever finds their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find it." Matthew 19:30, "But many who are first will be last, and many who are last will be first." Matthew 23:12, which is also the same as Luke 14:11, "Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted." Mark 2:27, "The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath." John 1:3 says, "All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made." John 14:11, "Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me." Romans 5:12 says, "Just as sin came into the world through one man, and death through sin, and so death spread to all men because all sinned." 1 John 4:18, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear." Now that we've covered some famous examples of chiasmus in both quotes as well as Bible verses, let's actually do a quick quiz to make sure you've got it down. Fill in the blank with the correct word that fulfills the chiasmus scheme. You can take the man out of the blank, but you can't take the blank out of the man. Blank for one and one for blank. Let us never negotiate out of blank, but let us never blank to negotiate. Bad men blank that they may eat and drink, whereas good men eat and drink that they may blank. Love as if you would one day blank, and blank as if you would one day love. The wise speak because they have something to blank. Fools speak because they have to blank something. Blank without respect is nothing, and respect without blank is rare. We create blank, and our blank create us. You may blank what you buy, but you can't buy blank. Blank without responsibility is chaos. Responsibility without blank is tyranny. Hard work beats blank when blank doesn't work hard. The heart knows what the blank forgets, and the blank knows what the heart denies. You blank for money, but I let my money blank for me. Are you blank hard or hardly blank? Blank times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men, and weak men create blank times. All right, let's see how y'all did. With that being said, thank y'all so much for watching. If you're looking for another poetry tutorial just like this, check out the whole playlist I got right here.